Who can see me? If you can see me, put a comment. I'll wait to see what happens. I think there are 3 people watching so far. Marvellous. Hello everyone. So today we are going to be painting rainbows again. Here's my palette all ready. Hello Karen, thank you. Because we're going to be painting rainbow peacocks, because this is our time for celebrating the NHS and rainbows and doing rainbow animals. So what better to do? Oh, hello everyone, this is great, you're all saying hi. What better to do than a lovely big peacock showing off their rainbow tail. Hi Maria and Katie and Ollie, fantastic. And Davesh and Elaine with Maisie, nice to see you all. So it's a good way to start is to have a plate, and this is just the easy way to cheat basically. So what we do is, just so that we can make sure that our rainbow tail does stay looking quite in proportion, I do cheat with certain things. So what we'll do is draw around the plate. So if you've got something round that you can draw around, we'll go to there. So I've only done it as a semicircle. And don't know if you can see that actually. I'm going to make that a bit darker for you. There we go. That's better. Okay. Then let's get starting with the colour. So as I said, I'm using acrylics. Feel free to use whatever you've got in the house. It really doesn't matter. Now I'm actually going to start with the middle bit and work out, so that by the time the middle bit has dried, I can then put in the head of the peacock. Because I'm doing acrylics, there's no point in me drawing it up at the moment, because I'm going to paint over that drawing and it's opaque. So this is the weird way that I'm doing it. So I'm remembering my colours of the rainbow, and this is from school. Richard of York gave battle in vain. So vain is violet, isn't it? So I've got a lovely colour here. And I'm just going to put that dead in the middle, in the semicircle. And I'm looking at my semicircle here. You may prefer to start from the outside, which is probably easier, but because we're on a time schedule here, and I don't want you all getting bored watching paint dry, I want to do these bits first so that they'll dry. Now I'm going to slightly flick it out a bit, because we are still thinking about the texture of the feathers, and they feather out. And the lovely thing with brushes when you use them like this is that they actually have that feathery, furry type texture. There we go. So starting like this, and I'm actually going to add a little bit of pinkiness in there, and that can sit and dry while I do the rest. Look out, there we go, lovely. Oh, kitchen roll, always useful. That's the bit I always forget. So now we're going to go out and use a dark blue. Again, flicking out. Like this. I'm going to start merging that dark blue into a lighter blue. I love peacocks. I grew up with peacocks because I used to live, when I grew up on a tourist attraction, and we had peacocks there, and I used to love them, and we used to feed them every morning and call to them to come, and they all used to come down from their trees where they'd roost at night and come and eat their corn. So I have very fond memories of lovely peacocks and their beauty. What's that? Alice wants me to do the peacock noise. If I'm feeling brave later, I might do the peacock noise. I might not.
No.
So just turning this blue into a lovely sky blue now. Flicking out all the time. Okay. Then we'll go into a green. I'm going to mix some of my green with a bit of the blue so that it's a gradual merging. Quite satisfying this, isn't it? You enjoying it, you two? Oh, doing great over there. I've got both children with me today, doing their painting peacocks.
You can join in.
And even Daddy's walked in. Are you joining in?
Just observing.
Just observing. There we go. So we're gradually moving out into this lovely bright green colour. I was just putting the paint out this morning, ready for this session, literally sort of 5 minutes before starting, and the green splurged everywhere. Yeah, it didn't come out of the normal hole, it came out of the side, so I was covered all over my hands with this green paint. Still love it though. Right. I'm actually going to add a little bit more of the green, but with a white, to start lightening it up towards the next colour. Because I love this gradual colour coming through. So this is a lighter green. And I'm going to merge down a little bit. There we are. Oh, I can see lots of hellos, I've just noticed. Hi Tracy, hi Davesh with Shridham and Sachi. Hi Claire and Hattie, hi Julia and Debbie. Oh, happy birthday Debbie. And James and Natalie. Oh, happy birthday Debbie. Oh yeah, I see now. Happy birthday Debbie. I'm reading these the wrong way round. Looking forward to you joining us as well, doing the peacocks. And from Edward and Alyssa, hi. And Emily, and Jenny and Matt, Vanessa and Oscar, Amelia, one of my students, well done Amelia, and Elwyn, one of my students. Oh my goodness, there's loads of you. Hi everyone. I'll keep saying hello as I paint. Right, so I'm adding yellow on top now. This is a lovely bright cadmium yellow. Merging up through. And Vanessa and Oscar, hello. And Toby and Harriet, marvellous. I'm starting to recognise all these names from the lovely pictures that you've been sending in. I have actually managed to change it on my Facebook settings so that you can, if you like, put your pictures in the comments of my posts. So even in this video or in my next post when I put up this picture and Jamie and Alice's pictures, you can actually put yours in the comments now. It was just a funny setting that I hadn't noticed. And Eleanor at age 8, lovely to see you. And Ava is in the house, I see. And Amelia with Annabelle, marvellous. Lovely to see you all. Okay, right, we're coming further out with the yellow now. This is such a lovely sunny colour. Okay. And then I'm going to mix some of that yellow with my red. What colour does that make, kids? What does yellow and red make? Orange, thank you. I'm glad something's sinking in.
Having not sisters and mum gives you some extra knowledge about them.
That's right. Okay, so we'll put some nice orange in here. I'm going to merge it in again with the yellow. Beautiful colours. And acrylics are a lovely medium to use. I think watercolour are probably my favourite, but I do flip between the two. I use I use acrylics for all my murals because they're fantastic. They stay on the wall really well, and they're really versatile and adaptable because you can paint on top of them so easily. You just let it dry and paint on top, and you don't even see what the mistakes that you've made underneath. So it's a really easy medium to use. And you can use it like watercolour. You can just use lots of water with it to make it look like watercolour. Or you can use it like oil paint and slap it on with a palette knife and get some really amazing texture in there. I know artists who use it really in place of oils and they get very similar effects. Okay, that's my orange. Loving that, Jamie. And yours, Alice. Right, now I'm going into the red. Beautiful pure red. Right, what I might do, if we've got a rubber anywhere, just going to get my little bit of putty rubber and just rub out this line so that when I'm trying to do a subtle bit of fluff along the top, this whole texture that we're doing, that the line doesn't show through too much, says she. There we go. Right, so we're going to flick out again from the orange. Just like a fuzzy rainbow. Hi Caroline. Loved your sloth last week, Caroline. And all the way around. merging it in. There, lovely soft peacock rainbow tail. So now, I've just thought, where are my pens? I'm just going to grab a pen. Okay. So I now want to draw my peacock head and long neck, because this is now dry. That is another lovely thing about acrylics, is it dries really quickly. So I'm going to start, this keeps falling down, one sec, there we go. So I'm going to start by just drawing it out with my pen. And so you can see this sort of snaking neck, and get his beak in. I'm going to call this one Hector, because my very favourite, I know you shouldn't have favourites, but my very favourite peacock of ours when I was little was called Hector. He was the one we had the longest. Right, so just bringing that through here. There's his body just coming underneath the tail, and I'll just pop his legs in as well. Slightly larger, going down to a bit of a knee and coming out thinner with some tiny claws. They even have a little spur on the back of their leg. There we go, got those in. So that doesn't show up very much at the moment, so I'm going to, with a smaller brush, I'm going to add some white to my colour. White is very good with acrylic for making it more opaque in areas, and I want it to show up against this darker area here. And I'm thinking I might go for a bright yellowy greeny colour. So I'm going to start here. And pop in his beak. And bring it down here. Hi Nick. So Emily and Lottie and Natalie and Matt are calling theirs Rod, Jane and Freddie. Very good. Are we going to get a bungle as well? Does anyone remember that? Children won't remember that. Brilliant children's programme when we were growing up called Rainbow. Trying to remember the music, but I won't sing. Okay, so I'm going to add a bit of green to this. Just in areas to make it look almost iridescent, catching little bits of light. Okay, and a little bit on top there. Okay, and we'll give him some purple legs. Our Hector. Oh, well done, Caroline. Up above the streets and houses, rainbow shining high. Come on, mums. Come on, dads.
You wouldn't sing.
Da, 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 da. Am I embarrassing you, Alice?
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Just yourself.
With a rainbow. I know you're all joining in. There we go. So he's got his legs in there. I might just put a bit of shading so it's all mergy a bit more. I do like my merging. And it's a bit hard while this is wet, but I want to mark out the area around the eye because they do have quite a distinctive eye. Where they've got the white patch around the outside. And then the darker areas around that. Okay, and I might just put his eye in with the pen, I think. So they have a line that goes from the top. Oh, this is quite hard on the wet paint. My pen's not liking this, shouldn't really do this. I'll do it properly when that's dried. But you basically have a little line that goes up from the top, the little round eye there, and then a line that comes down to here. And that's what peacocks look like. And we can't forget the beautiful peacock crest. So you have little lines that come up, and little tiny lines that come up, and then on top of those there's some feathers. Just dab those on. There. And if you feel like it, now this is all dried. Thank you, Mel. Build a whole world with a rainbow. Right. I just thought we could pop in a few eyes because that is something that's lovely about peacocks, is their eyes. So there's a simple way to do that. Get a roundish brush and I'll just start on the red. I'm doing it quite subtly so that they sort of follow the colour that they're in. So on the red, I've got a dark orange. Hi, Karen! And I'm going to just do dabs to give the impression of the eyes. Oh, I've got that in my head now. Thanks, Mel and Caroline. So we're dabbing. That used to be a thing, didn't it, Jamie, dabbing? Dab, dab, dab. It's so not in now, though.
Please stop trying to be cool. Really
Please stop trying to be cool, Mum. Thanks, Alice. Bring me back down to earth. So on the orange, I will do a more yellowy orange. Dab. Does that show up enough? Not really. Maybe I'll do that on the yellow. There we go. Dab, dab, dab. Karen says hi, Alice.
Hi.
Hi. Karen King.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. And she says hi, Jamie. Right.
I was thinking, why only me, not Jamie?
Because I can't read everything at once and paint. So now I'm putting some green just here, little greeny bluey dabs. think I will do some pinky purpley dabs here. There we go. There, that's pretty much it, I think. And feel free to add backgrounds. Something that he's sitting, I might actually just put in a little hint of something underneath. A little bit of grass. Tiny little strokes. There we go. There, I think Hector is finished. Right, kids, can I show yours to everyone? I know you've still got more to do, but everyone will have more to do because I've been rushing through.
I haven't even done the crest.
That doesn't matter.
Okay, can I just do these?
Oh, look, they're just loving it. All right, well, I will just get Hector there. Right, anyone? That's it, lovely. Okay, so this is Jamie's. My son, he's in year... What are you? Year 8? I forget.
Oh, yeah,
Isn't that beautiful? I love it. And he still wants to do more to it because he's still working his way down. So he worked his way downwards while I was going upwards because he knew that he wanted to get this bit in first, and that's absolutely fine. We all have our different ways to do it. Beautiful. I love that. It's so colourful, and I love the way you're starting to put these markings in as well. Fantastic. Let's see yours, Alice.
I haven't actually done the crest.
That's fine.
I've only just started the eyes.
So this is Alice's rainbow tail. I love it. Very good. Both of you. That's fabulous. So you're just going to put in the body and the head and the crest. That's fantastic. Right, what noises do peacocks make, kids?
You do it.
You try first.
No, I can't. Okay.
Right, I'm going to put this in front of my face while I do it because I'm embarrassed.
Oh, Dad will.
Yeah, my husband doesn't like it when I do that.
Oh, no.
If you hear peacocks around Chandler's Ford, it's me on a walk with the kids because they asked me to do it on walks. Right, well done everyone. I am looking forward to seeing your pictures. Spread arty joy while we stay at home. As before, if anyone would like to donate anything to Chandler's Ford Help, we are doing amazing work as a volunteer group, and any donations are really appreciated. But that's just as an aside, and I will put the GoFundMe page into the comments. So yes, when you've done your pictures, pop the pictures into the comments on the video or on my next post where I will have a picture of Hector. I hope it's in focus. It looks a bit out of focus there. So I will put that in, and you can put your pictures into the comments or feel free to message me as usual with them. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what you produce. So keep safe, and I will see you hopefully next week, Saturday at 11 o'clock for more rainbow painting. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Bye.